Over the past 3 weeks, I've been feeling a lot like this little guy.
Space, wanna go to space. Space orbit, in my spacesuit.
But last week, I caught one of the worst colds I've ever had, and thankfully I decided to stream while sick, so I have how bad it was preserved on tape. And because I was so close to death's door, I found myself contemplating our existence and our reality, and I ended up spending most of my time this past week in Starfield exploring the solar system.
Am I dying? I'm dying. I'm on Mercury in nothing but a cowboy hat.
Our solar system, the real one. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Anus. And I was struck with a profound sense of wonder on some of these expeditions. On others, I found a profound sense of disappointment. And because I took one freshman level astronomy course in college, I'm now going to share with you which planets Bethesda got right and which ones sucked.
Oh, here we go. This is the right color. Just do that, but across the whole planet.
Starting with Mercury, the closest planet to the sun, a burning hellscape of death and jagged craters, and I think Bethesda did okay. We've never landed on the surface, so I can't do the cool side-by-side photographs.
Space 1911 to the rescue. I missed all 3 shots.
I wish we have, but the main problem is Mercury doesn't have an atmosphere, so if we shot a rocket at it, the lander would fly straight into it at Mach 1000 or however fast it'd be going to get there, which would be cool, but we wouldn't get any pictures. Unlike the other terrestrial planets, which we do have pictures of. But still, pretty simple rock to recreate, kinda looks like the moon, feels real enough, 8 out of 10. Venus, on the other hand, is not simple, which is weird because it's second farthest from the sun, same size as the Earth. You'd think it'd be pretty similar to us. It's been called Earth's sister planet, but no, it's a scalding, gassy hellscape with a surface temperature over 900 degrees Fahrenheit. You would melt to death just for standing on Venus. It's like Earth's goth sister.
It's too hot for comfort, right?
That's over 475 degrees Celsius, by the way, to the 15% of you watching from overseas, you're welcome. And miraculously, we have landed there, and then promptly melted, but not before sending back this photo, and this one. Then it melted. But these images, and credit to the Soviets here, were some of, if not the only images from the surface of another world for the longest time. And we can side by side it with Venus in Starfield, which makes my smooth little brain feel good.
This is probably what it's like. Just soupy death minus the windmills.
And it looks pretty good. The commies landed in what looks like a very flat area, but there are mountains on Venus, so my suspension of disbelief was pretty good here. 7 out of 10.
Ooh, that's pretty.
After Venus is Earth, and I mean Starfield's Earth is an Earth 300 years from now, and it's a perfect 10 out of 10. I know after I'm done with it, I'm gonna leave it looking like this.
I'm gonna go punt a squirrel after this.
After the Earth is the moon, and we've been to the moon many times, allegedly. So we have plenty of photos to take inspiration from, we have videos to take inspiration from, and they made the moon almost too interesting. This moon has rocks every 5 centimeters. I wish the Starfield moon had more powdery sand dune looking landscaping, but whatever, it's a moon, 5 out of 10.
As he turns, he skids, the back end breaks loose just like on snow. Come on back, John.
And then there's the last terrestrial planet, Mars, which is the best one by far. We have had rovers and drones dicking around on the surface of Mars for years now, and the comparison holds up very well.
Mars might be the best looking one. They've got the haze and the color palette down so well.
I felt things walking around on Mars in this game. 9.5 out of 10.
And to think this planet once had oceans and now it's just rusting away. No atmosphere left, almost no atmosphere left. It's sad. Who knows what was here before?
Now moving on past the 4 terrestrial planets, we arrive in deep space at Jupiter. And Jupiter is Jupiter, you know, it's literally a giant fart. You can't land there, so you see it from space. And yeah, cool, whatever. But it does have 2 moons that are really cool in real life. The first one is Europa, one of the most promising candidates for extraterrestrial life. I have had this poster in my apartment for way longer than is justifiable.
All right, Todd, show me the space normals.
But in Starfield, Europa is a big letdown.
What is this? Where are the massive sheets of ice? And the guy with the cowboy hat.
All these cool streaky patterns are nowhere to be found, and the massive oceans under the ice are under the ice, so that's not explorable. And these rock formations make no sense. Doesn't feel real, massive missed opportunity, 2 out of 10.
Let me under, please. It's so boring up here.
And then there's Io, and they disrespected Io.
This is just the moon. This looks identical in every way to the moon.
Io is another one of Jupiter's moons that is literally volcanic. It is the most volcanic location in the solar system. I think I should clarify, it's now been 7 years since I took AST 1001, so I might be misremembering that factoid, but regardless, it's volcanic and sulfury, and you go there in Starfield, and it's just another moon.
There's no piss. Where's the piss?
Looks nothing like the yellowed surface of Io that is not just in real life, but also in the game.
I want to enjoy this view, but it just doesn't... I mean, in what world is this the same as this?
Not a volcano in sight, 0 out of 10. It's really sad. They really did Jupiter's moon so dirty. But the next stop in the solar system is Saturn, the planet that has single-handedly made our solar system even remotely cool. I don't even need to explain why, it's that obvious.
Oh, baby, look at that.
In that same intro to astronomy course I took, one of our assignments was to go to the campus observatory and look at whatever the telescopes were fixed on that night, and for me, it was Saturn, so I've actually seen this thing with my naked eye before, and I can confirm this planet has massive BDE. Unfortunately, in Starfield, since it is a gas giant, there's nothing to find on the surface other than death, but it looks pretty, and in true Saturn fashion, it also has one of the coolest moons in the solar system. Titan.
The sunrises and the sunsets on Titan are green because of the methane, but during the day, it's like orange, bright orange, and that just gets me.
Titan, I could also see from the telescope, although it didn't look quite like this, it looked more like this, but Titan has an atmosphere, a thick, juicy atmosphere of nitrogen and methane, even though it's out in the middle of nowhere. So it has this bright orange sky and bluish green sunsets that Bethesda absolutely nailed in Starfield.
Man, I want to go here so bad. I want to go here in real life. I don't care if I die. I don't care how long it takes. It's so cool.
And they put a full-fledged settlement on Titan with lore and everything. So in that, they've made up for screwing over Jupiter's moons. In my book, 10 out of 10, saved the solar system.
I'm there, you know? They really did it with this one. They went all out for this one. I don't know why they ignored Io and Europa so bad, but they gave Titan the royal treatment.
And with that, that's basically everything worth visiting in our solar system, barring maybe Enceladus and maybe Pluto. No offense, but Uranus isn't that interesting.
There it is. Uranus.
I lost a lot of good editing days to the Angel of Death trying to take me away early this week, so I'm just gonna put this right here. After all this time, almost a full calendar year, it is finally our turn to get our Gamer Sub Shaker Cup. It will be out for 10 days to pre-order, and then that's it. They're gone forever. They're not out yet. This is your preemptive warning that it's coming, and to expect to not be able to unsee it.
Uh-oh. That didn't say pirate. I think I've become a pirate.
Anyways, thank you for letting me rant about space. I know it's one of those things you either find really interesting or extremely boring. There isn't much in between. And speaking of boring, I now have to yell at the atomic mirror brains because I forgot to, and I almost just didn't put it in. But then I thought, in a video about space, how can I not talk about the people whose heads are filled with the most empty space possible? It's a Hobbit, Smash the Ninja played on the core, Demo Messi, Nate G, Praise Walls Ramsey Media Group. Abby, if you play a 50-second long fart, I'll unsub. Where would I even find that? No. VR Central. Still stuck in Hammy's hurricane streaks and Wi-Fi. I don't know what this is. I don't. How did you get 3 dots there? Wait, how are there 3 dots?
Stop it. Get some help.
Like this video if you want to, but love yourself no matter how ugly you made Io. And if you foolishly give me the privilege of your time again, then I will see you on Uranus. Goodbye.